Welcome to Maui. We're here today at the Hali'imaile General Store, and this place is gorgeous. We're here with the owner and chef, Beverly Gannon, who also is the corporate chef for Hawaiian Airlines, where she plans, prepares all of the meals served in the airlines. So Bev, glad to meet you.
Nice to meet you.
We've got a wonderful place here.
Thanks.
Maui has a total area of 729 miles, 48 miles long, 26 miles wide, with 120 miles of coastline.
Aloha, my name is Bev Gannon. I am the chef owner of Hali'imaile General Store in Maui. I came to Maui 25 years ago and got as tan as I could get and started cooking for fun, for friends, for visitors. Started a catering business in 1984. In 1988, opened Hali'imaile General Store as a gourmet takeout food shop to go along with my little catering business. And the night we opened, 100 people were at the door wanting to come in and sit down and have dinner. So within 24 hours, I went from a caterer gourmet food shop to a full-on restaurant. I learned as I went along. I have always loved to eat, loved to dine, loved to party. And so this was just kind of the inevitable thing, I guess. It was not in my game plan, my life plan. But I love what I do. I love cooking for people. I love feeding people. I love creating new food items. It's really an incredible life. It is my life. It's 17 years of the restaurant now, where we have clients who come in year after year after year that you become friends with.
Is it possible we can get a peek and see some of the trade secrets?
Learn some of my trade secrets?
That's right.
As long as you don't tell anybody.
Promise.
Come on, let's go in the kitchen.
Let's go see.
The first dish we're going to make today is a grilled vegetable summer roll with a sweet chili sauce. I've already grilled the vegetables here. Now the great thing about this dish is whatever you have growing in your garden is what you can put into your summer roll. We have some yellow squash, zucchini, red bell peppers, red onions, and eggplant. And just dice them up to make our mix. You just want it to be small enough so that when you bite into the roll, you don't have a strip of vegetable hanging out of your mouth. We have mint. We grow mint right in front of the restaurant because we use it so much that the cooks can just go straight out and pick it from the garden. Okay, we'll add our onions. I really love grilled onions. It loses that bite to it when you grill an onion, and it just adds a really nice flavor to the dish. Toss this up. Then what I like to add to my rolls, because it gives it a nice little tang, is some pickled ginger, some toasted sesame seeds. Remember to always toast your sesame seeds, otherwise they'll have no taste. Okay, and you can see how pretty this dish is right here. Look at all those colors. We're going to add a little sesame oil just to help bind the dish.
Ooh, these are really beautiful ingredients.
Now here comes the fun part, and you can actually get your children involved in doing this because it's really fun once you learn how to roll these summer rolls. What we're using is a They call it a spring roll wrapper in Vietnamese, but we here in the US, and for purposes of not fried, but nice and clean tasting, it's a rice paper wrapper. You take this hard, crispy wrapper and you dip it in water. You get it really wet. Now you can dip it in water, you can spray it with water down on your counter, but you want to get it nice and moist and then put it on a damp towel. Once you start working with rice paper wrappers, you want to work fairly quickly because they can get dried out once they're wet. Now, in a few minutes, what you'll find is that your wrapper gets nice and soft. Put down some lettuce at the very start of the roll, because if there's something that breaks, if it tears, the lettuce will help hold your filling in. Now, I'm a firm believer in always tasting the filling that's in your rolls. I don't want a little tiny little bite of vegetables. I want a nice healthy portion in my rolls. And then you just take it and fold it over. And you can see how it kind of sticks to itself. Fold it just like you would do a spring roll, an egg roll, and there you go. Pretty easy, huh? It's a very, very economical dish that people love, and it's a great dipping dish. Go along with our spring roll, we're going to make a sweet chili sauce. It's really simple to make yourself. We take rice wine vinegar and sugar, and we put it together on the stove, and we let it boil down to half. And it's looking a little syrupy in the pan. We're going to bring it over and add the flavoring. I like to put in red bell pepper for color, chopped red onion, color transition, chopped ginger, chopped cilantro, my favorite once again, chopped mint, and a little sambal. And then we're just going to let this cool. Okay, now to serve your dish, we're going to plate it up so that you could do an individual salad appetizer dish, or if you have a few people over, put it on a platter and serve it to everyone. We're going to cut our rolls on a diagonal. Now what you want to remember, if you make your rolls ahead, which you can do, you need to put them on a damp towel, not touching, and wrap them in saran wrap. And you can put them in the fridge for a few hours without anything going wrong. What you don't want to do is have them touch, because you're going to take them out of the fridge and the next thing you know, you're going to pull them apart and they're going to fall apart. So I'm going to make this like a salad. So I'm going to take some of our greens and put them on the plate. It's wonderful. All our greens here in Maui are grown here, and literally we get our order in the morning and they pick our greens and bring them to us that afternoon. So they're really fresh and they're real organic. Give everybody a couple because they'll definitely want to eat at least two. And then put your sweet chili sauce in a cute little bowl. I mean, there's so many stores now where you can find inexpensive bowls like this, so you have an individual bowl with each dish. Makes a really pretty first course. We've also put it on a nice platter that you can put out in the center of the coffee table so people can dip and eat throughout the cocktail hour.
Grilled veggie summer rolls. These look really delicious. Mmm.
I became the corporate chef for Hawaiian Airlines. That kind of came out of loving to fly and wanting to do something different. It actually is my hobby. So when I'm not cooking in the restaurant, I'm creating food for the airline. It was learning a whole different way of doing food. Because of my catering background, it allowed me to know how to prepare food, hold food, keep food. And so when I got involved in the airline, I already had some wonderful dishes that I then just translated into meals on the airline. And we've done really well. A year ago, we were voted the #1 airline in food and service by Condé Nast Travelers, so that was really exciting. And feeding people and making people happy seems to be my mission in life. Now we're going to make island fish cakes with a mango remoulade. It's one of the favorite dishes at Hali'imaile General Store. To start, we'll make our remoulade. So we're going to start with our mayonnaise. Then you're going to add red onion, chopped red onion, pickled ginger, chopped. And actually, when you use pickled ginger, make sure you drain it too, so that it's a dry pickled ginger when you chop it. Cilantro, some chopped garlic, some wasabi paste. And you know what? I'm going to use my finger to get this out. Now this is a mango puree. It's a concentrated puree without too much sugar added in. And then a squeeze of lime juice at the end. Now we're going to go on to our fish cakes. One of the great things about living in Hawaii and living on Maui is that the fish we get couldn't be any fresher. This is a piece of ahi caught yesterday in the waters off of Maui. And when you buy fish, what you want to remember with fish is that you want it to have this wonderful translucent look to it. We actually get calls now through the wonderful technology of cell phones. We get calls from the fishermen that are out at sea and say, we've got ahi, we've got opaka, we've got ono. So literally, boat to door, for us, we're really fortunate that we get fish within 24 hours of it being caught. So we're going to start making our fish cakes. We're going to add our chopped up fish, and you can use lots of different kinds of fish. You should keep it on the mild side. I've got ahi, mahi, ono. I would never put salmon in the same dish. I would do that separately and make a salmon cake. We're going to put in chopped red bell pepper, chopped green onions. I use the green and the white part. Fresh chopped basil, fresh chopped cilantro, chopped garlic. Then we're going to add just enough mayonnaise to bind the dish. It's such a pretty dish when you add all those colors in and then mix it all together. Then we're going to add a little egg to also help bind the dish. Then we're going to add Japanese breadcrumbs, panko flakes. For me, that's the best breadcrumb that you can buy. They're nice and slivered and crunchy and dry. It adds a lot of texture to your dish, especially when we coat it. You just mix it all together. And I think we're ready to make our fish cakes. Okay, now to form the fish cakes. There's no way around this. You're gonna get your hands dirty. What you want to do is take some of your panko flakes and put them in a platter. And then you take a little of your fish cake mixture and put it in the center and start forming your cake around the panko flakes. You want to put it on another plate as you form them with a little of the panko in the bottom, and that way they're not going to stick at all. My grandkids love to help make fish cakes. Then what you want to do is you want to take this dish and stick it in the fridge for about 30 or 40 minutes so that the cakes get really nice and chilled before you cook them. Now we're ready to cook our fish cakes. I like to cook it in a non-stick pan. You just hedge your bet with the fish cake sticking. And then you want to use your favorite oil, canola oil, olive oil. You can do a mix of olive oil and butter. It's really kind of up to you. But you want to get your oil pretty hot. Put it down first and put it in away from you. That way the splatter is going to go that way if it's going to splatter. I like cooking it almost medium rare on the inside. Ah, that's the perfect brown. Nice and golden. Once you turn them over, turn your heat down a little. Okay, our cakes are done. Now we'll take them over for their plate-up. Okay, now we're ready to get our plate ready to serve our guests. So I'm going to put down just a little lettuce. I've got a green papaya and carrot salad here that we're going to garnish this with. Lay our fish cakes, kind of mound them on top of the plate. We'll put our tartar sauce around. Don't be stingy with the tartar sauce. Everybody likes to have a lot of tartar sauce with their fish. These are daikon sprouts, so they're radish sprouts. They're kind of fun. They come like this. They could keep growing on here if they wanted. It keeps them nice and fresh because they're very delicate. Maybe just sticking them right in the center. And there you go.
This fish cake recipe is really innovative.
I kind of carry over how I do my businesses in Maui to the airline, where I'm a very hands-on, actively involved person, and it's a reflection of me too. I want everything I do to be perfect. I'm one of those perfectionists. Oh my goodness, where did that come from? But we're a unique airline in that we want to serve food, we want to have good service, we want people to walk away thinking that they've had the best experience they've had on an airline. And the great thing is that I get letters all the time from people who say they've now switched to Hawaiian Airlines because the food and the service are so good. So we must be doing something right.
Hawaiian Airlines has got such warm hospitality, and Bev Gannon's dishes served in flight make it a perfect fit.
Well, this was really fun.
Yes, this has been a special treat.
Here's to the 60s.
All right, 60s live on.
Cheers.
All right, cheers.
Mahalo.
Mahalo.
Okay.
That is beautiful.
Let's eat.
Yum. Far out.
Very cool. Dynamite. Mm-hmm.
Good.
Visit us on the web at hippygourmet.com. Thanks, Bev. This has really been a fun adventure.
Hippy Gourmet, my favorite TV show.